G'day guys and gals, so DH-9 is the last one. It's the boss map, 11 enemies, but the boss spawns a lot of little drones in, so we need to be wary of that. Alrighty. So, we've got 2 standard vanguards, nothing special about that. 3 standard healers. So, big on the healing. We have 2 healing defenders. We have 2 standard snipers. You can use whoever you want, you don't have to use Vermeil. I know I usually praise Vermeil greatly for her split shot, but we really don't need a split shot skill. I mean, if you want to bring somebody like Jessica. Who have we got? Who are our options? Let's have a look. So Jessica's fine, Blue Poison is fantastic. Acid Drop, so these short range snipers won't have the range, so probably don't bring them. Platinum's fine, Grey Throat's fine, any regular sniper's fine. I mean, you could probably bring Meteor, but don't bring May. May will probably bring you undone, but that aside, as I said, that's fine. Vermeil, Cruz, it doesn't really matter. So Armia with skill 2, now that's fairly specific. You will need skill 2. Haze with skill 1, don't bring Haze with skill 2 because she will die very, very, very quickly. Gitano with skill 2. And, as I said, Myrrh for another healer. Alright, so if this helps you out, guys, then please leave a sub because that helps me out greatly. And let's start off by plopping in our vanguards, 1 and 2. Then we'll plop down a couple of extra floaties. Use that skill, and what we're going to do, because I have got Vermeil, I'll be dropping her in first. So wait for this enemy to attack first, because that enemy will then attack Vermeil. Then we'll throw in Haze, and then we'll throw in Myrrh. Next 2 platforms go here and here. So, a couple of tiles over from where the ones we spawned in with were. So we'll fast forward this a little bit again. We're going to use Haze's skill. So basically you want your highest damage dealing sniper here. That's super important. So we'll use Vermeil's skill now, even though the other one just died, but that's okay. And once this one starts moving forward and starts attacking, so there we go, just attacked Haze. So what we'll do, I'll throw Armia in, I'll throw Gitana in after that unit attacks again. So there he goes. Throw another healer in. Fast forward again. Now I'm just going to wait until his raft breaks. And then I'm going to pull Haze out, replace that platform, and pop in Gavial. I'm going to use this skill just to make sure that enemy goes down. And that's Vermeil done. Alright, now, for the reason why we need Armia with skill 2. So you see these guys here, we need to get them down, but the boss spawns in these drones. Now, what happens essentially is that Armia will eventually get overrun. And we absolutely need a lot of damage going on here, which is where Armia skill 2 comes in great, because it will split that damage between all targets. Which means that Armia will still do huge amounts of single target damage, but she'll also get rid of these drones. Fantastic. Alright, that aside, we're at 99, so let's yank these 2 out. We're gonna pop in 1 and 2. Better your 2 tanks up the top. So you notice that I haven't used Gitana's skill yet. That's intentional. I want Gitana's skill for a little bit later. So these enemies are the ones I'm waiting for. So just to help guide yourself. They are just out, so you'll want to wait until this enemy moves forward. And then as soon as he starts moving forward and attacks, use that skill. And then from there, once the boss starts moving back across, use this skill to make sure the Gitana stays alive. Spot skill, again, to make sure that everyone stays alive. And now from here, we're going to replace this one, and we're going to plop down the male again. Now, once the boss starts moving forward, we don't need to worry about drones anymore, so just make sure you clear up the drones before you move forward. As you can see, the boss is being rather difficult today. So, there goes the boss on Amiya. What we're going to do is we're just going to leave Amiya, replace if one of your tanks dies, preferably with Courier if you're using Courier. So, once that boss moves past Amiya, which he just did, pull Amiya out, pull Gavial out. That drone's Cactus. That healer out. Done. Out. Substitute in anybody who's left. So we'll start off with Haze, because Haze is probably a bit tankier. So now what's going to happen is we're just going to sit here and watch basically what happens. We're going to put another floaty here. And another floaty right next to it. So, we'll throw a cruise on that one. Just keep cycling skills to get the boss down. Don't use Haze's skill just yet. So, Courier doesn't need to be there anymore. We'll pull Courier out. So Spot's just about ready. We're going to throw a Spot in. Spot just here. So we're just waiting for this invulnerability period to come off. There we go. And away. Healer in. Healer in. And then we're sweet as. Now hold on to Spot's skill, because we're going to need a little bit later on. So as soon as Haze's skill finishes off, what we're going to do is yank Haze out and replace with Amiya. So that's it, Haze is done, Amiya in. Now when the boss gets down to about here, so, you know, about quarter of his health, then we're going to use Spot's skill. So Spot will keep people alive, hopefully. Do this. We're going to throw in another Vanguard here. So I'm going to use Scavenger, because her damage is higher than Courier's. So that's basically once the boss gets down to, well, I don't know, a fraction of his health, maybe 5%. He'll just start going Burko. And that basically is what happens every time. I've always lost Mur in that. I've never been able to save her, but at the end there, it's just a dog pile. So once you get to that stage, you're probably pretty safe. That aside, guys, that's how you get through that one, and I hope that helps. As I said at the start, if it does, please leave me a sub, because that helps me out. And I hope to see you guys for whatever videos come up next, because I haven't had a look at what comes up next.